Welcome back to Words Accompanied by the Spirit. This is episode 256, entitled No Bullying Allowed. As we go into the second chapter of Deuteronomy, I want to bring forth the realization of the Most High's character. God does not, nor does he condone torment, coercion, and oppression. As the Israelites were about to come into the promised land, it was another moral precept given unto them from God. Thou shalt not bully. At the same time, God wanted the Israelites to see that he would do more for them than he ever did for the pagan nations before them. He wanted them to run with faith as they conquered the land before them, by giving them a history of how he allowed these others to conquer giants, even when they were not aware that it was God who drove them out from before these kings and kingdoms. This was revealed unto Moses to encourage the Israelites, while instilling the importance of familial bonds. Then we turned and took our journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea, as the Lord spake unto me, and we compassed Mount Seir many days. And the Lord spake unto me, saying, You have compassed this mountain long enough. Turn you northward and command the people, saying, You are to pass through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, and they shall be afraid of you. Take ye good heed unto yourselves, therefore. Meddle not with them, for I will not give you of their land. No, not so much as a foot breadth, because I have given Mount Seir unto Esau for a possession. Deuteronomy chapter 2, verses 1 through 5 of the King James Version. Please understand that boundaries were not only set for Israel, but for all the nations of the earth. They were meant to be honored and not transgressed upon. God is just. He did not allow looting unless the iniquity of a nation was full and they were being judged by him. It was only then that even the Israelites were allowed to take the spoil. Greed is not in his character. It is not necessary. For every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the fields are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell thee, for the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. Psalm chapter 50, verses 10 to 12 of the King James Version. You shall buy meat of them for money, that you may eat. And you shall also buy water of them for money, that you may drink. For the Lord thy God hath blessed thee in all the works of thy hand. He knoweth thy walking through this great wilderness. These 40 years the Lord thy God hath been with thee. Thou hast lacked nothing. Deuteronomy chapter 2, verses 6 through 7 of the King James Version. And when we passed by from our brethren, the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir, through the way of the plain from Elath, and from Ezion Geber, we turned and passed by the way of the wilderness of Moab. And the Lord said unto me, Distress not the Moabites, neither contend with them in battle. For I will not give thee of their land for a possession, because I have given Ar unto the children of Lot for a possession. The Emims dwelt therein in times past, a people great and many and tall as the Anakims. But the Moabites call them Emims. The Horims also dwelt in Seir before time. But the children of Esau succeeded them when they had destroyed them from before them, and dwelt in their stead as Israel did unto the land of his possession, which the Lord gave unto them. Deuteronomy chapter 2, verses 8 through 12 of the King James Version. This is the lesson that was given so the Israelites would know these same giants and great nations were conquered by their ancestors in the past. Pay attention as we go back to how Abraham saved Lot from Chedorlaomer and 3 other kings with their armies, who had just defeated 5 kings, including Sodom and Gomorrah and their armies. After they had pursued and conquered giants and cave dwellers, or Edomites, the descendants of Esau, before them, Abraham defeated them with just his household and his trained servants. Read the whole of chapter 14 in the book of Genesis for full context. In the 14th year, Chedorlaomer and the 3 kings who were with him attacked and subdued Rephaim in Ashtaroth Karnaim, the Zuzim in Ham, and the Emim in Sheva Kirathim, and the Horites in their mountainous country of Seir, as far as El Paran, which is on the border of the wilderness. Then they turned back and came to En-Mishpat, that is Kadesh, and subdued all the country of the Amalekites, and also the Amorites who lived in Hazazon Tamar. Then the kings of Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, Zeboim, and Bela, that is Zor, came out. And they joined together for battle with the invading kings in the valley of Siddim. Genesis chapter 14, verses 5 through 8 of the Amplified Version. Now the valley of Siddim was full of tar, bitumen pits, And as the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, they fell into them. But the remainder of the kings who survived fled to the hill country. When Abram heard that his nephew Lot had been captured, he armed and led out his trained men born in his own house, numbering 318, and went in pursuit as far north as Dan. Genesis chapter 14, verses 10 and 14 of the Amplified Version. Because of his faith, Abraham was met by and blessed of Melchizedek in the name of God Most High. Upon research, a deeper revelation is given through Baker's Evangelical Dictionary of Biblical Theology. The willingness in which Abraham acceded to him at this time. Note this verse. The Lord hath sworn and will not repent. Thou, Jesus Christ, art a priest forever, after the order of Melchizedek. Psalm chapter 110, verse 4 of the King James Version. The order of Melchizedek is declared to be an eternal order. This announcement is sealed with God's oath. The book of Hebrews presents Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior, as a priest after the order of Melchizedek. Chapter 4, verse 14 through chapter 7, verse 28, especially chapter 5, verses 5 through 11, and chapter 6, verses 13 through chapter 7, verse 28. Baker's Evangelical Dictionary of Biblical Theology. Noting that Jesus Christ has superseded and is superior to the priesthood of Aaron, mere men, with its disruptions and termination. Melchizedek, king of Salem, ancient Jerusalem, brought out bread and wine for them. He was the priest of God Most High. And Melchizedek blessed Abram and said, Blessed, joyful, favored be Abram by God Most High, creator and possessor of heaven and earth. And blessed, praised, and glorified be God Most High, who has given your enemies into your hand. And Abram gave him 1/10 of all tithe, the treasure he had taken in battle. Genesis chapter 14, verses 18 through 20 of the Amplified Version. Now rise up, said I, and get you over the brook Zered. And the space in which we came from Kadesh Barnea until we were come over the brook Zered was 38 years, until all the generation of the men of war were wasted out from among the host, as the Lord sware unto them. For indeed the hand of the Lord was against them to destroy them from among the host, until they were consumed. So it came to pass, when all the men of war were consumed and dead from among the people, that the Lord spake unto me, saying, Thou art to pass over Ar, the coast of Moab, this day. And when thou comest nigh over against the children of Ammon, distress them not, nor meddle with them. For I will not give thee of the land of the children of Ammon any possession. because I have given it unto the children of Lot for a possession. Deuteronomy chapter 2, verses 13 through 19 of the King James Version. This is the word that the Lord is bringing in my spirit. Meditate on it, because great lack is coming. But godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us therewith be content. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 6 through 10 of the King James Version. It is also regarded as the land of Rephaim, of giant stature. For Rephaim used to live there, but the Ammonites called them Zamzummim, a great numerous people, and tall as the Anakim. But the Lord destroyed them before the sons of Ammon, and they dispossessed them and settled in their place, just as he did for the sons of Esau who live in Seir, when he destroyed the Horites from before them, and the sons of Esau, the Edomites, dispossessed them and settled in their place, and remain there even to this day. As for the Avim, who lived in villages as far as Gaza, the Caphtorim, Cretans, later Philistines, who came from Caphtor, Crete, destroyed them and settled in their place. Deuteronomy chapter 2, verses 20 to 23 of the Amplified Version. Celestial, God's chosen prophet made an interesting point recently, that when God has judged a nation and is ready to destroy it, their hearts will become hardened and full of pride. They will become stubborn, unyielding, and recalcitrant. Keep this in mind as we close out this chapter. But before this, listen to his word to his chosen. What was first a blessing also became a curse, but traces of this proclamation is still visible. Now arise, continue on and go to the valley of the Arnon. Look, I have handed over to you Sihon the Amorite, king of Heshbon, and his land. Begin, take possession of it, and fight with him in battle. This day I will begin to put dread and fear of you on the peoples, pagans, under the whole heaven, who when they hear the reports about you, will tremble and be in anguish because of you. So I sent messengers from the wilderness of Kedemoth to Sihon, king of Heshbon, with words of peace, saying, Let me pass through your land with my people. I will travel with them only on the highway. I will not turn away to the right or to the left. You will sell me food for money so that I, along with my people, will eat, and you will give me water for my money, so that I, along with my people, will drink. Only let me and my people travel through the land on foot, just as the sons of Esau who live in Seir and the Moabites who live in Ar did for me, until I cross the Jordan into the land which the Lord our God is giving us. Deuteronomy chapter 2, verses 24 to 29 of the Amplified Version. As it has been revealed to me, God's chosen people were given rule and authority even over giants and all ungodliness, over every living thing and men that walk the earth, being protected from spiritual wickedness as long as they were under the Lord's grace and favor. Now in this time, all men are losing their authority over creation, even good and evil, because of sin and disobedience. There is a saying, we have just moved down a notch on the food chain. This statement will be tried and true in the most heinous ways possible in the future and even now. Not only a notch, we are moving to the very bottom. But Sihon, king of Heshbon, was not willing for us to travel through his land. For the Lord your God hardened his spirit and made his heart obstinate in order to hand him over to you, as he is today. Deuteronomy chapter 2, verse 30 of the Amplified Version. Before I continue, I want to give you the definition of obstinate. As you meditate on it, apply it to your life, to the people and circumstances surrounding you, to this country. Pray against it. Obstinate, stubbornly refusing to change one's opinion or chosen course of action, despite attempts to persuade one to do so. Oxford Languages. The Lord said to me, "Look, I have begun to hand over to you Sihon and his land. Begin, take possession of it, so that you may possess his land." Then at Jahaz, Sihon and all his people came out to meet us in battle. So the Lord our God handed him over to us and gave us the victory. And we defeated him and his sons and all his people. At the same time, we took all his cities and utterly destroyed every city, men, women, and children. We left no survivor. We took only the cattle as plunder for ourselves and the spoil of the cities which we had captured. Deuteronomy chapter 2, verses 31 to 35 of the Amplified Version. At this point, the Israelites were walking in total obedience. Don't get it twisted. These people were as Sodom and Gomorrah. Nothing was off the table, including procreating with angels and Nephilim, bestiality, homosexuality, murder, child sacrifice, idolatry, and every other sin. This is why not one person was left alive. Their abominations were running rampant. permeating the land. In doing so, the Israelites did not forsake the boundaries and commands that God had ordained. From Aror, which is by the brink of the river Arnon, and from the city that is by the river even unto Gilead, there was not one city that was too strong for us. The Lord our God delivered all unto us. Only unto the land of the children of Ammon thou camest not, nor unto any place of the river Jabbok, nor unto the cities in the mountains, nor unto whatsoever the Lord our God forbade us. Deuteronomy chapter 2, verses 36 to 37 of the King James Version. Always coming from a place of love and in truth. And again, I humbly offer you some additional resources as the Lord is bringing them to me. As this prophet has described, given to her from God, so that you may prepare for what is to come. Click the link below. The end times are upon us. And because of my love for the Lord and my family and for you, and the great sorrow that I feel as I see those around me walking in oblivious darkness and untruths, I feel compelled to provide celestial teachings to you. The links are referenced but inactive on the vlogs, but are available on the blog/podcast pages of my site at benevolentwoman.com. Please visit Celestial's site, the Master's Voice Prophecy blog. Also visit School of the Hebrews with Pastor Omar Tabo. God is calling his people. Thank you again. Thank you.